Okay, you guys, hi, this is Morgan Griffin, your presidential diamond leader with It Works Global, and I have Ashley and Jackie on the call with us tonight.
Hi.
Hi, guys, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, I'm so excited. You guys decided to say yes to my call. I'm really excited to interview you guys and hear how you got started and everything like that. So, who's going to go first?
Um, Whoever. We're actually in the same. I guess I'll go first.
Okay, so tell us where you're from, when you joined, and what your rank is.
All right. My name is Ashley. I'm actually from Huntley, Illinois, and to this company, I just moved to Lakemore, Illinois, and I started in September of 2014.
Nice. And what rank are you now?
Diamond.
Nice. Very cool. And why did you join, Ashley?
Basically because I was broke as a joke. Um, it was either this or I become a stripper.
Oh.
Um, yeah. I went to school for aesthetics and got my license, and it actually ended up taking me really nowhere. And I was working a retail job with the Morgan Griffin.
Yes, we did work together.
And yeah, I was sick of being broke and not being able to pay for my bills. Literally, I couldn't pay my phone bill. I couldn't pay my car bill. I was always going negative in my account, so I was really just sick of it.
And it's crazy how much has changed because now I see your posts about you being able to afford things, your bills. I just saw your post about your doctor bill that, was okay for you to pay. So it's just crazy how 1 year will really make a huge difference with this business.
Yeah, it's insane. Like, I would have never imagined a year from then that I would be where I'm at now with the things that I have now, just working with business.
Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, so how did you get started? What were your first steps on getting started?
Okay, actually, I started my Instagram before I even joined. I started following people, and I remember one time at work, Morgan checked up on me to see how my Instagram was going, and I got caught following a bunch of men on Instagram.
Yeah.
And so Morgan kind of taught me then the kind of people that you want to be following. I obviously should be following a bunch of weird, random, attractive men on Instagram. And to kind of show me what exactly I should be doing. So I started following on Instagram, and then from there I joined the business. And after I joined, I continued working my Instagram. That was my main way of working my business. I learned about who to follow, and then I kind of started to look into my e-suite because I feel like a lot of people don't realize you have so much information in your e-suite. You can learn about every single product that we have to offer. That was my main tool, and actually my own personal website that I gave to people. I cannot tell you how many times I logged onto my own website to check products, to check price, whatever I had to do to find out what it was that I was getting into. And I do remember actually fighting with my mother when I first joined because she told me it was stupid and I was making the wrong decision. And I did not listen to her, and I'm very glad I did not. And she's actually very glad I did not. She's actually very excited for where I've made it in this business, and she told me herself that she's very glad that I decided to go with my gut and do what I wanted to do and not listen to her. And we may have thought about it once, but
Yeah.
we have not thought about it since then.
Well, that's good. I'm glad you have her support now. What were your strengths when you first got started in the business?
I think one of my actually greatest strengths was the fact that a lot of people don't know this. I was actually a loyal customer of Morgan's before I was a distributor. So I kind of had a little bit of an idea of the product too, because I was a customer for free. And Morgan actually wrapped me at work once. And that's what made me actually kind of get started in this. I was like, you're going to put what on my body? Like, are you kidding me?
I know,
and she wrapped me at work, and we took it on.
Yeah, and you're
crazy. I was like, is this for real?
And your result picture was insane, and I'll post it after this call tonight so you guys can all see it, but that is why it is so important to get the wrap on people, because Ashley probably wouldn't have joined if I wouldn't have got that wrap on her. So that's the importance of getting wraps on people. Okay, next question.
Yeah, that honestly was pretty good.
Yeah. Next question. What were your weaknesses, and how did you overcome those?
I think my biggest weakness was the fact that a little bit before joining, around the time I joined, I was actually diagnosed with anxiety disorder.
Mm-hmm.
And that was one of the biggest things I had to overcome is I have really bad social anxiety. But I think it has made it so much better for me. It's pushed me to do the things that I've always been scared of doing, to overcome that fear and that anxiety I had of being social with people. And that was definitely something I had to overcome, and I'm very glad I did. It made my life a lot easier not having to deal with my anxiety anymore.
Yeah, I'm glad that's getting better too. I remember back when you weren't a distributor. You know, we've all changed a lot over the years too, but I remember you having anxiety at work and stuff like that. So I'm glad that's getting better. If I were a new distributor, what would be your 3 best tips you would share with me?
Okay, number 1, definitely to get connected with people, which means get on Periscope. Periscope is like one of the greatest things I've ever come across. I just did a video tonight before our call, and we're actually doing one right now of the call.
Really? Oh, that's awesome.
And so get on here. Yeah, Jackie's Periscoping, and I'm calling us in.
That's awesome.
So get on Periscope, get on Facebook, get on YouTube. I definitely watched all of Jade's videos on YouTube for probably a week straight. I sat and watched every single one of them. Your own website, like I said, that is one of the greatest tools for learning your product. Get on Product Coach, mightworksproductcoach.com, and find out about all your products that you're using. I actually saw a picture the other day, and it said, the harder I work, the luckier I get, which I think is good to go by. It's not, a lot of people think this business is about luck, and it's really not. It's about how hard you work. If you're working consistently every single day, you're going to move up, you're going to get where you want to be, and it's not, they say, oh, well, they just lucked out on that, and it has nothing to do with luck. It's all about how hard you're working.
Yeah, exactly.
And
well, thank you very much.
yeah, and I think the last...
What?
Oh, no problem. Thank you.
Did you have another tip?
Oh, another good one? You want another one?
Well, if you want. I thought you were starting to say another one.
I was just going to say, it's important to follow, but it's also important to unfollow.
Yeah, definitely.
Get those apps for Instagram and stuff.
All right, it's Jackie's turn. You guys want to switch the phones?
Yes,
Hi, Jackie. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. I'm excited to ask you these questions and see what you have to say next. Okay,
I
so
know.
where are you from? When did you join? And what is your rank?
I'm from Lake of the Hills, Illinois. We recently moved this past spring to McHenry, Illinois, and I joined December 16th, 2014, and I am now a Ruby gunning for Diamond.
Woohoo! Ruby to Diamond. That's the way to do it. Why did you join the business?
I joined because I could not figure out what to do with schooling. I didn't know what I wanted to do, and when I did, it was really hard for me to get financial aid, and I did not want to work retail the rest of my life or live paycheck to paycheck anymore. It's brutal to do that out here.
Yeah, it definitely is. So how did you kind of get started? What were your first few steps that you did?
So I talked to Ashley about the company and how I would go about signing up one night, and told her, I needed to talk to my husband about it and all that. And he sounded really skeptical, but I really wanted to do it because obviously my best friend was doing it, and you're going to trust your best friend of 10 years if she thinks something is good.
Yeah.
I lied to him about the startup fee, and I joined the next day. I set up my Instagram right away and started following, and I went and watched a ton of Jade's videos, and then went through all the files on the team pages.
Yeah,
I kind of just was like,
her videos are gold, and the files on the team page literally has everything a distributor could need to be successful.
Yeah.
What were your strengths when you first got started?
I would say my biggest strength was that I was pretty independent. I tried to figure things out on my own. I went looking for the videos on my own. I went to the team pages and looked through the files and went through all the comments and posts and, just paid attention to what people were saying on the team pages, and like what the uplines would say.
Yeah, and participation on the team pages is so important because if we see you posting in there, we see you helping, it just shows us that you really want this. And I just feel like participation is just huge. So that's really important that you started doing that right away when you first got started.
Right, exactly.
And what were some of your weaknesses when you first got started, and how did you overcome those?
Oh boy. I think my biggest weakness was word vomiting, and also not being personal enough with my life posts. So what I did was I followed a ton of successful uplines like Jade and Jocelyn Nates and Tiffany Herr and a bunch of those presidential diamonds and all them. Obviously, you, Morgan. And I just started mimicking what you guys were doing and what you were saying and telling us in all of your videos.
Yeah, and it really is about just copying your uplines and finding your story and sharing your why with people. So that's awesome. If I were a new DT, what would be your 3 best tips that you would share with me?
If you really wanted to do well in this business and, you weren't just thinking of it as like a hobby, you were actually wanting to have this be your career, I would say acknowledge your uplines when they try to help you because communication is key. Asking a lot of questions and all that. We like questions and helping you guys out the best we can because we want to see you succeed. And also watch and listen to all the training videos, calls, and team meetings you can get your hands on. And don't be afraid because the magic happens when you step out of your comfort zone.
Yeah, that's awesome. Those are definitely true. Okay, well, do you guys have anything else you want to add about getting started or any other good tips you guys have? Like I said, I picked you guys, one of you is a diamond and one of you is going diamond from Ruby, and that is amazing. So that's why I wanted to have you guys on the call tonight just to help our new girls get started. And even if someone got started and they had a slow start and they just needed something to kind of remind them why they started or just to help give tips. That's why I wanted you guys on tonight. Do you have anything else you want to share?
I would just say don't give up on your dreams because this company will give them to you if you just continue to be consistent and just go for what you want. There is absolutely no way to fail at this. The only way to fail is if you don't try. If you're not posting and doing Jade's 3-3 rule, that's gold.
And does someone want to explain the 3-3 rule quick? If we have a new girl or guy on the line, does someone want to explain what Jade's 3-3 rule is?
So it's 3 before and after and 3 life posts throughout the day.
Yes.
Sometimes I like to go a little crazy and do a little bit of a 4-4 if I'm feeling.
Yeah, I feel like the more you post,
but I think it helps.
Yeah, especially on Instagram, you have to be in people's news feeds all day long sometimes because there's people who are only on in the morning, there's people that are only on in the afternoon, and there's people only on at nighttime. So posting 5, 6, 7 times a day on Instagram is important. And you have to make it where people want to see your stuff. So they'll want to follow you, they'll want to follow your story, they'll want to like your picture. You know what I mean? So the 3-3 rule is huge. Plus, extra little tip. We like doing body parts. Everyone likes to see bodies. So when we say Jade's 3-3 rule, 3 result pictures, you want it to be body parts because everyone is going to compare themselves to that person. If they're the before picture, they're going to want to look like that after picture. So it's important to share lots of bodies. Okay, well, if you guys don't have anything else to share, this call is over. It was a quick 20-minute call getting started. That's kind of just what we wanted to do. Thank you so much for being on, you guys.
No problem. Thank you.
It was wonderful having you. And we'll talk to you guys next time.